Not putting
Welcome to
them through
another
that.
episode of Use Your Words Podcast, where once again we spy on Aaron as he sleeps at night with the hidden camera in his bedroom,
I don't have a
aka,
bedroom, so
as I say, aka your basement living room.
in my on my couch
Yes,
because I don't have a bed.
your couch. The only person who, like I said before, will be punished by being told to go sleep
Sleep
in
on
a
a
bed.
bed.
The
I
only
don't like
man in the world to
beds.
be threatened by sleeping in an actual bed. Yeah, well, that's at least until you get older and when you realize that your back will surely hate you.
Well, my back hurt. See, I just slept in the bed for a week, and there's a couple nights where my back hurt from sleeping in the bed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but like I said, as you get older, as you approach that mystical 30s,
oh boy,
I know you're turning 29 this year. Woohoo!
darn near
Mr.
dead.
Mr. Old Man himself, Mr. 29-year-old.
Uh-huh. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. The thing is you're seeing on social media people who are 26 saying that they feel so old, and I just want to reach through the screen and slap them
Dude,
and
we're
say,
just being poisoned,
Wait
okay?
wait until you're 40. Well, there was also an interesting article or slash video I watched where they were talking about how all these Gen Zers who are like in their mid to early 20s, they look older than their previous gen counterparts, the millennials, because they started doing like the makeup routines at like ages 4 and 5, and now their skin is like all damaged and peeled and chemical and everything. And now in their early 20s, they look older than like 30 and 40-year-olds.
Dang.
So can't wait to see what the Gen Betas look like when they start, coming
Just
plop it out of the
case
womb,
of
and here you go, here's your makeup.
say it'd be a case of Benjamin Button, but they can't get any younger looking as time goes on.
Yeah.
Oof, that's rough.
Yep. But that's not what we're here to talk about right
So
now. That's for a whole other conversation at another
another
time
day.
when Aaron does his makeup tutorial for everyone.
Ah! Maybe.
Your mascara tutorial.
And my eyeliner
Yeah,
and
exactly.
eyeshadow and
Exactly. All of that. But nope, today we're here to talk about a song that I knew the artist of
useless.
before, but I hadn't listened to before this to make it fair.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I knew who the artist was. I just didn't listen to the song up before, and I just picked it. And then I immediately said, "Oh, I might regret this because it's on the metal list." And
And
then,
you don't like metal.
so we're talking about Jonathan Young's song "Wolf Within." Jonathan Young is actually pretty young. He is only 1 year older than you, Mr. Johnson.
Ugh.
He was born June 14th, 1994, in Minnesota,
Minnesota.
right by us, right here.
Mm.
This song was released June 24th, 2022. The
Mhm.
song "Wolf Within." It was featured on the album "Children of the Night," and it is track number 5 on the album. The song itself, "Wolf Within," was featured at number 8 on Metal Hammer's "The 10 Best New Metal Songs You Need to Hear Right Now."
By from who?
It's a it's a group that it's a list called Metal Hammer.
Never heard it.
It was picked up by loudersound.com, and
Sounds
it was on
familiar.
a list called the 10 best new metal Ozzy Machine Head Megadeth Spirit Box. Yeah,
Those are
they
all
they were
bands.
they were
What?
going for SSO. They were going for SSO. It reached number 3 on release week on iTunes Metal Chart.
Really?
Yep. So that week when this came out, it was number 3, right? Number 1 was Megadeth's "Will Be Back." Number 2 was Lorna Shore's "Into the Earth."
No.
Number 3 was "Wolf Within."
Okay.
Number 4 was "Reaper" by Fit for a King.
Oh,
Number
okay.
5 was Five Finger Death Punch, "Welcome to the Circus."
Oh gosh, they're still around.
Yeah. Remember, this is 2022, so,
I mean, it's only
Yes, a year and a half to 2 years now.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Yep. So this album does include the song "Children of the Night," which, you know what? The album is called "Children of Night," right?
Yeah,
So "Children of Night." With that song in particular, Jonathan Young worked with 3 Days Grace.
that's cool. Yeah, that's
They
neat.
they were part of the band that backed him to do it, and they helped out with his instrument. Jonathan Young himself has actually been working with the drummer from 3 Days Grace on the collaboration of multiple songs, actually,
Oh,
on his YouTube channel.
that's kinda cool.
Jonathan Young also what?
Oh,
What?
I forgot 3 Days of Grace isn't what it used to be.
No, it's not.
Not without Adam.
It is what it is, sir.
Mhm.
So, for those of
Still
you who don't know, Jonathan Young did get his start by doing Disney covers, anime covers, and that. But he has also gone on and done his own thing. So now he's worked and done the animated, he's worked with animated shows where he's done the theme song, the opening intro song for those
Mhm.
animated shows. He's done it for Beyblade, which I don't know if it's
Nope.
like a kid's like battling tops, basically, is what
Oh
they
my
are. What
gosh.
they made a whole anime cartoon show out of it.
Oh.
He's done one of the he's worked with Dragon Ball to do some of their opening songs as well.
Okay, I know that.
Okay, good
I
job.
know Dragon Ball Z.
He actually wrote the music for a Tesla Christmas commercial that's on YouTube. Why you
What?
why you why you going, "What?"
I'll have to listen to that later. Oh, you
Here,
got
I'm gonna
it.
bring it up right
You
now.
got it. Okay.
I don't know what this is gonna do
Tesla Christmas
copyright-wise.
commercial.
So, what it was advertising Tesla's ability now to sync up your lights to music. So you can make so in this commercial, they have 4 Teslas, in a parking lot, and their headlights are in sync into
With the
this music. So just listen to this music, and you can tell it's very Jonathan-esque. And so, like, as this is
sounds
going
like Trans-Siberian
yeah,
Orchestra.
but it's very Jonathan-esque with that. I'll
Oh,
talk about that in a moment here, but you
okay.
you could see in the headlights,
Yeah.
go watch the video, I'll provide a link for it, but, like, in the headlights, there's this little, like, LED that's, like, every piano note, there is a
Yeah, it's
different
flashing.
it's a different mini light lighting up. It's not
Right.
just flashing.
Well, okay.
So he provided the music for that, right? And he was even the music director and lead producer for Wizards of the Coast's first official soundtrack for Magic: The Gathering.
What is that?
It's a card game.
Okay.
Very nerdy card game along the
Yeah,
ties
it's
in with
just
Dungeons& and Dragons and all
yeah.
that fun stuff, but in other words, Jonathan Young has a little bit more than just doing weird little things at all over, okay? But
Yeah.
he did do this song, and he did, do this in collaboration with, like you said, Caleb Hiles, and they did their fun with it.
Yeah.
So, that being said, starting this month as well, Mr. Johnson, I hadn't told you this yet, so you don't know anything about this yet, it does as well.
What the heck?
I know. You've been out of pocket, so I haven't had a chance to talk with you, and this is the first time seeing you in a while now.
Sure, it's been a minute.
Yeah. Um, with every music song that we do going forward, I'm going to release also the same day that the episode drops, a little blog article that I write, but it's basically summarizes my thoughts on the song as well. I'm not making Aaron do one
Oh.
because I know him
Oh,
and
no.
writing don't always get along so
What's
well.
writing?
Exactly. English language doesn't always get well with him so long. That's why he invented Aaronese.
Yes. I just expect people to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. So I have pre-written up, and I have in front of me today all my thoughts in this, as well as all my scores already
Oh,
pre-defined in
okay.
here in my little write-up. I haven't decided what the overall scoring system would be. So, like, one of the podcasts I listened to, Matt and Blonde show, it used to be called Beta and the Beauty. They give it, wikis, she used to be head over YouTube, and she would always cause us problems, so they would give it, like, 1 to 5 wikis,
Oh my
and they
gosh.
have, like, pictures of her heads. I thought of making it 1 to 5 Biden sniffing errands
Oh,
because I have that picture.
yeah, you do.
That's your contact photo on my phone, by the way. So every time I call or text you, I see a picture of Biden sniffing Aaron.
That's delightful. I'm gonna think about that one later.
Hopefully, at a time when you're just resting there, and all of a sudden you go, "What's that
Just
breeze I
imagine
feel? Oh,
it's
that's
Biden.
Biden, it's coming for me."
It's Biden on my back.
And to prove that I'm not lying,
Oh, I
I'm gonna
believe
hold
it.
it up to the camera. It's blurry, but
Ugh.
That's
Gotta love them.
and it doesn't show your phone number at that at this view, so that's why I was fine
I
with
see my
showing.
phone number. Just kidding,
No,
no, I
it's
don't.
not. No, it's not there. It's just
Sorry, you can bleep that out.
I no, I could
You can
s
just have to edit that out.
if I scroll down, it would show your phone number, but not there. But yeah, so every time I call or text Aaron, I see Biden sniffing him
Ugh.
as though Aaron was a little kid.
Well, almost. Close enough for
We're not
him.
talking about how you act. We're talking about age. Biden doesn't care
Yes.
about how you act. He cares about your age.
I'll never meet him, it's okay. I don't wanna find out.
Uh,
Ugh,
that would be yeah, yeah, an issue. Anywho, Jonathan Young song.
this
So
song.
let's go ahead and start. And because I have already written all my scores out,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Aaron go first.
You always let me go
I
first.
know I'm such a gentleman. What was that laugh for?
Uh,
What was that laugh for?
such a gentleman. Letting me go first every time on my songs.
Yeah.
I already have my thoughts already made out on this song.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
This is actually a first, I think.
No.
It would be even a first if he already had his song picked out for next month.
No, I've done that before.
I
I've
know.
had several picked out
I
ahead of
know.
time.
All right. So let's go ahead and
Uh,
start with it. Aaron,
alright. What's first?
let's
Lay it
talk
on me.
let's talk about the music of this song.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
Just the instrumentation of it?
Yeah, let's start with the instrumentation.
Well, uh, I don't know, I liked it, but I didn't.
Okay, you liked it, but you didn't. Okay, what did you like about it?
I liked the verses,
Okay.
and I think I liked the end of the choruses. I didn't like I guess the only I'd have gotten into it more, I think, if the chorus wasn't all didn't have, like, a change in, I guess, like, mood per se.
Okay.
Because it's like that first chord that they start off into the chorus, I'm just like, I don't know, it's just, eh, eh. Like, I enjoyed the kind of, like, dark-ish, I guess, sound the verses brought to it, and then it's, like, almost flops over, and it's just it's not a it's because it wasn't, like, it's not a happy chorus or anything, but it's just I didn't like the chorus of it. It didn't
What didn't it do for you?
it just seems like it just feels like it's I don't know what chord they actually do, but it just sounds like going from, like, some, like, minor thing to more of, like, a major feel or whatever, and I don't like
So
it.
one thing that I'll say about the chorus, it was a very typical Jonathan chorus.
Well, I'm sure.
And when I say a typical Jonathan chorus, that means a very strong synth string sound, very legato with bells and chimes in the backgrounds.
'Kay.
You hear that on a lot of his songs.
Yeah, well, okay.
That's why I said even that Carol the Bells, yes, even though they're supposed to be bells, it was very,
Carol the
very
bells.
yeah, exactly. It was very Jonathan-esque
I
because it
mean,
had that very strong synth presence. Hey, at least he didn't bring out the keytar for this one. He has used a keytar
it's
before.
true. Uh, yeah, I don't know, it was just the chorus is just kinda lost it for me a little bit. I
Okay.
enjoyed the verses. Um, and, like, for the end of the choruses, going back into the verse, uh, I like the screams that he did.
Very stereotypical metal screams.
I did like the screams. But I don't wanna talk about his voice because 'cause we're talking about instrumentation, but,
Anything else in the instrumentation that kinda jumped out
I
at
mean,
you?
it was kind of a standard rock, metal, hard rock metal-y song.
Yeah.
I don't know if the drums were just programmed, but they kinda gave me the feeling that they're just programmed and not, like, live recorded drums, but I didn't look into it.
Yeah, I don't know. It would surprise me if they were, only because of the fact that he loves playing the drums so much.
Were It was definitely sampled or had I mean, just going from what my producery friend tells me, I mean, all of music nowadays has samples on it to some degree. They don't just do raw drum recordings anymore. They always layer it on top with samples to give it that just extra clarity and punch
Mhm.
that a live drum track wouldn't have per se. But yeah, it just seemed pretty sampled and programmy.
Programming E.
Yeah.
Alright.
Other than that, I mean, it was a fun song.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
enjoy it.
it was one of those songs that it just kept it started out and just kept going, but
Yeah.
it knew when to pull back just enough musically to, like, catch your breath and then enjoy the next little segment, which is probably the segments you were probably like, "Eh, don't like."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I go back and forth. I mean, I don't know. I guess I was probably hoping for something a little more drivey,
So what
but
would so what would you give this overall? Musically, instrumentally?
I'll give it a 3.
Okay. I'll give you my scores at the end here with everything.
Uh, uh,
What about lyrics then? And also, like, I guess in lyrics, you could also talk about his voice and the screaming and all that
that's
fun
I
jazz stuff.
definitely like Caleb's voice more than I like Jonathan's voice.
Really?
Yeah. Being Caleb saying the 2nd verse.
Right.
Yeah. I don't like how he pronounces some of his words.
Like which word?
Soul, darkness. It sounds like he's just his S is just on like a to me. And I just then I don't like how like yeah. Well, with soul, I can't pronounce it how he pronounced it. It's just but very I don't know. Some of those fumes he pronounced fine. Uh yeah, control and soul. I don't it's just his pronunciation on some stuff. Like otherwise he's got a good voice.
Yeah,
He does have a good voice. I just don't like how he pronounces some of his words. I like Caleb a lot.
but do you like Caleb's voice better than Jonathan's?
I liked Caleb's how he pronounced words more than Jonathan. Both
Okay.
have a great voice. I like Ugh. Well, each one's in a different like class per se. Jonathan's got a much deeper voice than Caleb does.
Oh, yeah, that's, very
Yeah,
apparent on
especially the end.
on all of their collaborations.
Yeah. Um. Oh,
Although, to be fair,
Mhm.
if you haven't listened to Caleb Hyles,
To be fair,
we still have to schedule time to watch the final season.
gosh,
I haven't watched the final season yet
I totally forgot there was a final season.
putz. Uh, anyways, back to what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Caleb can go deep.
Okay.
If you listen to his own independent music, he can
Okay,
go
he can get it's
not
not as
as
deep
deep
as
as
John.
no, not as deep as John,
No.
but John can also go higher than Caleb. I have heard him he has some very
What?
high falsetto sounding stuff.
Oh, okay, I
It's
guess
through
he means
falsetto.
falsetto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's still impressive though, I suppose. Um, yeah, there's like one of the Wolf Within lines. I wish he would have done a different melody to it or whatever
Okay.
near the end, but I did like the very last, the last line, "The Conquer the Wolf Within." I really liked the layers that they had on that, where he had that really low note going in there. I don't know, just the chord that they did with the voices sounded pretty cool at the end. I liked that.
Alright.
Definitely liked that one.
So, since we're in lyrics now,
Okay.
and I know this kinda ties in a little bit to music video. For me,
Oh, that's right. It's a music video.
did you watch the music video?
I did, but I don't remember much of it. I just remember it was just videos of them singing, and they had some effects to it.
No, there was
I thought there was some sort of effect in there.
There
or some
w
stuff.
there was, but I mean,
It's very minimal.
it was very minimal, but it
Yeah,
it told a story.
yeah,
So for me, listening to the song
yeah,
without the music video,
yeah.
I derived one meaning.
Okay.
Listening to it with the
With the
music
video.
video, I got a different meaning.
Okay.
I was
Alright,
gonna
then you're
ask
gonna have to
about that.
elaborate on that one then, because I don't remember much of the
Okay,
video.
so let's talk about it without the video first. Okay.
Okay.
Does this remind you of anything at all? Like, when I listened to this the first time, it reminded me of something right away. Well, 2 somethings right away. Very specific. No? Nothing?
It's the lyrics?
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot in the second verse. Like, verse 1 with Jonathan is very direct. It's very right there. There's not a lot of imagery. There's some. Verse 2 is just, like, pure poetry imagery. But the song and the chorus specifically, the Wolf Within, specific, let's be specific on that, right?
Okay.
That reminded me immediately of something. Well, 2 somethings, I should say. The first thing it reminded me of was a Native American legend, which
Oh,
describes the battle that goes on inside all of us.
okay.
You're like, "Wait, what?"
Okay.
Haven't you ever heard of this? The battle between 2 wolves, one evil and one good?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's like an old traditional thing. I like that they say it's a real when I say it's real short, it is real short, but it's very poignant and very significant in this.
Okay.
When it says so it's the battle between 2 wolves, one is evil, one is good. The legend goes this: one is evil, it is anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego.
Okay.
The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. Which wolf
Okay.
wins? The
Okay.
one you feed. That's what it reminded me of immediately
Okay.
when I listened to it.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things. It was like, yes, that old Native American thing where it's, which wolf wins? The one you feed. The wolf within.
Okay.
It doesn't help that it's named the wolf within, so it immediately makes my mind
Go to that.
think in that direction. It
But
also
okay.
what?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. So then, between that, the lyrics, thinking of that old Native American legend, it also made me think over some other things, specifically found in Romans 7:15 through 20 and 23 to 24. I'll read that right here. This is from the ESV version. So again, it's Romans 7:15 through 20 and 23 through 24. For I do not understand my own actions, for I do not do what I want, but I do the very thing I hate. Now, if I do what I do not want, I agree with the law that is good. So now it is no longer I who do it, but sin that dwells within me. For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh. For I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability to carry it out. For I do not do the good I want, but the evil I do not want is what I keep on doing. Now, if I do what I do not want, it is no longer I who do it, but sin that dwells within me. And then 23 through 24. But I see in my members another law waging war against the law of my mind and making me captive to the law of sin that dwells in my members. Wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this body of death? So all those things just maybe
Right.
think of
Okay.
all these together. So
Definitely more on the Roman side than it was the first one.
yeah, I know, but listening to the song without the
Right.
context of the music video, it made me
Okay.
think of that.
Oh, without the context of the
Without the
music.
context of the music video, made me think of that, and then made me think of the Romans thing.
Yeah.
That was all without music video. As soon as I saw the music video, I was like, "Oh, this is a short little D&D story."
See that? Okay. That-
It's a short little
yeah.
D&D story about someone is under the effects of a werewolf curse,
Yeah.
and they're in jail, and Caleb is like going, "Should I free him? Should I not?" They do their little acting, so to speak.
Yeah.
Jonathan's in the jail cell in chains, and you see Caleb like kind of like holding the knife, like trying to decide, like doing that little like tap, like should I not, should I not, before he finally decides to come free. Blah blah blah, lets him out.
Right.
So that's what I said. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, it's just a little D&D story. Okay, we're good."
That's okay, so I guess, yeah, my mind went to that too, just, I guess, knowing that about John, I was like, it's probably just some, like, D&D, like, esque sort of thing, because he's, like, that kinda dude or whatever, but Yeah, the first thing I just think about, I mean, it's just what the song is talking about, how it's, like, fighting the demons or whatever, the wolf being a demon or something like
Mhm.
that, the dark side of ourselves sort of thing, and
Hence the good wolf or the bad wolf. Which wolf wins?
well, yeah, which me not knowing about any of that. I just figured wolf
I just
bad,
figured wolf bad.
wolf
Okay.
bad, fight bad. Yes.
So, okay. So, what like I said, once I saw the music video, I was like, "Oh, that's a different interpretation than how I was taking it." But you know what? As it is, that is how it is.
Right.
Um, yeah. So what'd you give lyric-wise?
I mean, it's pretty darn straightforward, nothing crazy about it. May as well I'll give it a 4.
You give it a 4. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Alright. So music video, you've said you watched it once.
I watched it a few times,
Oh,
it's
it's
just
few
been a
times.
minute, I meant to revisit it, but I forgot to. Uh,
What are your thoughts on the music video as a whole?
it's better than, Venby and Goddard or whatever that one was. But I think I gave that a 0.
Yeah.
Uh, like I said, I mean, it's pretty darn straightforward, nothing crazy to it.
I
I
found it was a decent video.
Yeah.
Uh, Caleb's section when he's singing in verse 2, he's just, like, over dramatic, like, over emphasizing his actions and everything.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Wow, that's just a little over the top."
Yeah,
It doesn't ruin the video as a whole, but just a little over the top.
just a little much.
Yep.
So I was gonna think of just giving it a 3,
Okay.
just to give it a 3. I don't know. I can't say I don't like it or do like it more than I can think of, so just gonna be a middle grounder.
You
I
gonna
like that neutral ground, you know?
Yeah, how well does that get you in real life?
Depends.
Uh-huh.
It's all circumstantial.
Mm, it's all circumstantial. I see.
Everything just depends on, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'll give it that.
You'll give it that. Interesting. I wrote a couple things about it. Again, Caleb being over dramatic with his hand gestures and
Yeah,
motions in the
but
second
he's just
verse.
passionate, okay? Hop off.
Um, like I said, maybe and this is maybe just me because I've seen our videos with them 2 together.
Yeah.
So I'm used to them being over dramatic silliness. Like, if you wanna see what I mean, watch videos such as Living on a Prayer, Bye Bye Bye, Africa, Living La Vida Loca, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. You go watch those videos that they do together, and they are just over the top ridiculous on some of the antics,
Mm.
so that's maybe why Caleb is doing that. You could even go and watch their covers of Greatest Showman, songs. Even then, like, even though they're, like, just sitting around a table and the camera's spinning around them the entire time while they're eating pizza and drinking sodas and singing,
Yeah.
it's still over dramatic how they, like, stand up and get up and everything, so I'm like, "Okay, fine." The one thing I did think that they did well with was the lighting on the faces where it was kinda two-toned. Like, half
Oh,
of it was red, half
it
of it was,
was
like, that neutral bluish kinda color.
yeah.
That was good, it gave a good contrast between both sides of Jonathan's faces, particularly when he's singing about the wolf within and he's doing all that stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, and it added dimension to his face in the video, and so it wasn't as flat against that stone wall that you had in the dungeon. I couldn't tell if that was a CGI wall or not. It looked real, but I couldn't be 100% sure.
Mm.
Unfortunately, a lot where they showed the embers flying around on the screen, like the little fire embers, you could tell that was CGI, just how it was. It was just all standard CGI embers that just flew. Um, that was a little boring, but the rest of it was good, and considering they probably didn't have a big budget for it, good job on them. They did a well thought out video. The mask at the end was a little hilarious.
Oh, the wolf
The
or
werewolf
thing. Yeah,
transformation mask, and
that's
I
right.
was like, "Oh, that's a little ridiculous," but doesn't matter. It fit with the song, it made it well, it made it good, it made it look proper. So I was like, "Okay, that's not bad." I can't fault them for it. They don't have a ton of money, so You do the best you can with what you got,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, for sure.
I would like to
Yeah,
see
we're with
I'd like to see Aaron, you and me try to reproduce something like that when it would fail spectacularly.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-uh. I'm not a video person yet. I'm not good with that kinda stuff.
Did you say yet? You said yet.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's always possible. Maybe I could just get into video stuff. I don't know. It's entertaining. It's cool. Photography and videography is cool.
Yeah,
It's neat.
and then you could be the one we're critiquing the video of in the future.
Ew. Ew.
Alright, so 2 more questions, and Aaron knows what they are. Aaron's like, "Wait, what?"
Well, biblical.
"Yep." You know what the last one is.
Just what's the next one?
No,
Oh.
is on your playlist.
Oh, yeah! That's right. I forgot about that.
Alright, and so then after Aaron answers these 2 questions, I'm gonna go ahead and read portions of what I wrote that's gonna be on the website,
Okay. So, I mean,
and we'll see if Aaron gets mad at me for what I wrote.
yeah, I will. Uh, um, I mean, biblically, I mean, nothing about it, I guess, really is biblical.
Directly.
Yeah, it's not directly, but I guess, like, what's the word you called it? Just the imagery and stuff like that, like, okay, yeah, it's relatable to the Bible and the struggle against sin in our own the flesh or whatever.
When you listen to it without the music video.
Right, yeah. I guess the one thing that I was thinking about when it asks the question, "Can I conquer the wolf within?" It's, like, kinda nice as being a Christian sort of thing. You yourself don't necessarily have to conquer it. You're fighting against it, but it's already been defeated per se.
Yeah, but it's still a fight that you
It's
have
still
to
a fight that
yeah,
you have to go through, but it's not all on you fighting it, sort of thing.
mhm.
So, at least you got the spirit in with you fighting for you and helping you out with it. So it's not just I mean, because if we were
The
up
spirit that's adopted you.
shut up, yeah. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, um, but so, I mean, yeah, as far as that was the, like, only one I was like, "Well, I mean, me on my own, no, I can't conquer it, but with the help of somebody, well, it is gonna be conquered, so woohoo."
Okay.
So
So what'd you give it again? Like,
oh, gosh, why do I feel so neutral today? I'm just
when are
in
you
this
not neutral?
I'm not neutral sometimes.
That's a lie.
There's definitely times I'm not neutral. There are definitely times I'm not neutral. But for, like, this, it's just like, I don't know. You know what? Fine, I'm gonna be neutral. I'm gonna
What?
do 3.
Okay.
Hmm.
And is it on your playlist? Will it go on a playlist of yours?
Uh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Part of me is like, "No,"
Okay. Why are you going no?
because of the chorus.
Okay.
But it's to me, I was thinking it'd be one of those songs, like, if it's on my playlist and if it comes up while I'm just listening to music randomly, it would be one where, like, do I wanna skip this or do I wanna listen to it? I don't know, it might be 50-50. So I guess could have yeah, it can make it on my playlist.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this. This is the first song I've had where my new headphones, Heavy's brand headphones, have made the wealth of difference in listening to the song
In a good way?
in a good way.
That's good.
Listening to them through my Roadcaster at home, my home Roadcaster,
Yeah.
sounded good. I put them on the heavies. Oh my
Sounded much
Lanta.
better.
Oh my Lanta. Sounded so good. Sounded so much good, so
Just
much more depth to
adding
it.
us adding, like, low end and making it sound deeper or bigger or what?
Just there's that separation between the low end and the high end that sounded good and natural, and it got good on both of them. It was resonant with both. So
That's good.
I'm going to read part of my review. I've already read part of it actually with about the wolf thing. I'm going to read the opening portion just to see if what Aaron says about it. Wolf Within. Let's just jump right into this review, shall we? If
No.
all metal music sounded like this, then I probably would consider myself a bigger fan of metal music. August Burns Red and others of their ilk could take a few lessons from Jonathan and Caleb on how to do music. Good, strong instrumentals, but with lyrics that are actually understandable.
Whatever.
That's the reaction I wanted to get from Mr. Johnson. See what he said on that one.
I will give him he is very articulate.
Yeah.
He's does make he does pronounce very clearly, just says it weird.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Unlike a lot of Jonathan's other music, you can't use the excuse that this is a cover, and that is why the lyrics are both smooth and understandable. This is his own original music, music that he wrote the lyrics for as well as sang, and yet through it all, you can understand every single word.
Okay, yeah.
Finally, a metal artist that gets it that music is meant to be enjoyed and not to be just a wall of sound that assaults the listener's ears to make the song fit into the oddly broad definition of what metal music is.
Oh my gosh. Keep going.
That
Oh,
isn't
is that it?
This isn't to say that this
Oh,
song doesn't have those embarrassing things that I think of whenever I hear a song that's supposed to be a metal song. It doesn't have anything as over the top as an artist doing pig squealing on its way to the slaughterhouse, but it does have the stereotypical yells, low growls, quick animal growls, and high falsetto vocals. Beyond making fun of the metal genre just for fun, and I mean, who can't resist making fun of the genre as a whole at times? I found myself ultimately enjoying this song for a few different reasons. And then I go into it, it's talking about the musicality where it is that very stereotypical with the legato and the bells and the synth, but and then also the Native American legend as well as the verses. And I go, it probably didn't help the song. Um, it probably didn't help that the song is called Wolf Thin, which helped to conjure those images based on the names of the song alone. Continuing in the lyrics in the second verse, Caleb sings, and then I just go on to how he's just like this over using all this imagery, you know, uh, you know, broken souls background, holding the line. Then he's also talking about the desert, the candles, and all that. It's just like all this imagery in there in verse two compared to verse one. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, so like my shadows always find me every step they're close behind, and like a waning candle, the river in a drought, my flame with every battle slowly burning out. I was like,
right.
yeah, there's a lot of
There's
imagery in
more.
there, which is very much Caleb's style. He's a very imagery driven guy, which is kind of cool. Seeing the two contrasts and all that in there, and
Mhm.
then doing, then talking about just the lighting in that. So now for my scores because I haven't given you my scores yet, and I wanted to
Oh,
get
I
your.
didn't even think about that.
You didn't even think about that.
No.
What? I haven't given you my scores yet.
Yeah,
I told you I'd give you my scores after I.
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to also read that first couple paragraphs to see your reaction, and just yeah.
I like how you, mentioned Lorna Shore in there. The pig squeal on the way to the slaughterhouse. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It doesn't have that, thankfully.
Metal. So what are your scores?
Again, stereotypical metal. So I'm gonna start from the bottom up.
Okay.
On my playlist, yes, it's on my playlist
Yeah.
now. It is. Biblical relationship thingy. I give it a 3 as well.
Heck yeah.
I think that's the only one we're giving the same score on.
Yeah, you give it 4s on everything else.
Music video gave it a 4.
Yeah.
The other 2, I gave it the same score.
3?
No,
Oh, 4.
no.
5.
Yes. I
Just
really enjoyed this
kidding.
song.
That's cool.
It was a real good pleasure for me. I was a little scared what it was once I saw metal attached to it. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be an Aaron metal, isn't it?"
No, gosh, not
Thankfully, it
with John.
wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't.
Not with John.
No, he's a decent human being.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Makes decent music.
Uh-huh. Decent. Yeah, nothing good or spectacular. Decent.
So, combining the scores together,
Yeah.
for me, I would give it 4 Biden sniffs out of 5. You
Oh.
you did 3 Biden sniffs out of 5.
I don't like that.
I haven't decided
Uh,
really what the score will be. I just
oh,
wanted to
okay. Wanted
say
to throw that in there.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Golly.
Because if that's the measurement of scoring, that's a little
I just yeah.
that's a way to get SEO right there.
To get a what?
SEO.
SEO.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. Search engine optimization.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our scores. That's our look
yeah.
at it. That's our wonderfulness. Highly recommend from me.
I
Mildly
would
recommend from Aaron.
I mean, I'd still recommend it for sure,
Well,
but
that's what I
it's
said.
not my
Highly recommend, mildly recommend.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Johnson,
What?
you have had more than a month to think on this
Oh,
now.
jeez Louise.
What song will you grace us with for next month,
What
February, the month of love?
gosh, when you put it that way, it makes me wanna change things.
Oh, okay.
Ugh, now I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Say it.
Part of part of me wanted to do
Just do it.
No, I don't wanna actually do it 'cause I don't I don't know.
Say it.
I can't get it out. Every Time We Touch by Electric Callboy.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
Come on, you gotta
I
make a
just
decision.
gosh. I kinda just wanna hear you complain about it so bad. It'd kinda be kinda funny, and then to just get your reaction on the music video.
So what are we doing?
Screw it, send it. Every Time We Touch, the techno version single by Electric Callboy.
Okay.
I'm gonna regret this so much later.
You know what we should do since it's February and
What?
the month of love?
Yeah.
We should have someone else give the review on this song.
Get outta here. Get outta here. No. Dude, no. Uh-uh. They do not get to review this song.
Why
Nope.
not?
Nope. 'Cause it's gonna be more in line with what you have to say about it.
You don't want 2 of us saying it?
No.
All the more reason why.
No, incorrect. Nope.
Should get Josh as well.
Why don't we just throw Amy in there for the time being too?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, no.
I can expand this up to 5 microphones now.
Oh my no. They wouldn't be up for that. You kidding me?
Have your girlfriend, Josh, and the pregnant Amy?
Oh
Yes?
gosh, dude. She would be interesting to see. I don't know.
All 4 of us being like,
I'm gonna be
"Aaron?"
the only one that, like, finds any sort of enjoyment out of this, and you're all gonna be like, "This is stupid."
And we're gonna be like, "Aaron, what are you watching and listening to?"
It's good. It's not bad. It's just a cover.
Yeah, I know it's a cover.
Ah,
It's,
ah.
it's more along the lines of what are they gonna do in the music video?
Oh, nothing. I mean, I've already watched it, so whatever.
Okay.
It's nothing crazy, but I can see you just making comments on it so easily. So, yeah, that's that.
Oh, okay. So this song was released June 21st, 2023, so not even a year old.
No.
It's a cover, of course.
Yes.
Hmm.
It'd be great.
Will it be great?
It'd be entertaining for me to hear you all go off what you go off about it.
Oh,
I'm
you
already
are?
saying you all. No, you go off about it. Oh, no.
I wonder if I can arrange this.
Probably not. I doubt it.
Arrange for all of them to send in videos of their review of it
Oh, okay, that maybe. I don't
and
know.
be like, "Hey, Josh, what do you think of this song? Hey, Amy, what do you think of this song? Hey, Aaron's
I
girlfriend,
could
what do you
see
think of this song?"
I could see Josh is a wild card for me. I could almost see him somewhat enjoying it and maybe thinking it's funny, but then I could also see him just being like, "This is kinda dumb." He's a wild card.
I'm going to try to arrange to get a video of all 3 of those people before next time.
Ain't no way.
It's called the internet, video calls.
Ain't no way.
Bet,
Ain't no way.
bet.
You're not young enough to use that.
I am too young enough to use it. I stayed up all night for that, for the youth group, New Year's
Oh,
Eve.
the New Year's Eve. Yeah, I was we had a band practice there, and they were still cleaning up from the New Year's Eve party. I'm like, "Geez Louise, guys made a mess."
So,
But kids will be kids,
yep.
and that's exactly what Electric Callboy is.
Sure.
They're kids.
Sure, let's go with that. Alright. So, next month, February, the month of love,
Yes.
Electric Callboys, "Every Time We Touch" will be Aaron's pick for us to listen and review. Can already tell you 2 of the answers probably off the top of my head, but we'll see about the
Yes.
other 3.
It's well, for sure, the biblical one's a 0.
Uh-huh,
It's there's nothing about the song that's biblical or has
uh-huh.
any value to it. It's not even Electric Callboy's fault. Now, if he did one of their other songs, then it's definitely a 0 anyway, but whatever.
And then as far as, potentially
It's not
oh,
gonna be on your playlist.
yeah, that's probably gonna be a false. The other 3, we'll see. Maybe they'll be a surprise wild card in this land.
Nah, dude. Nah.
I'm gonna have to find, like, an AI system now that could, like, take, like oh, I know who to find that out from. Take, like, parts of the music video and replace Aaron's head on them as they sing. I haven't even seen the music video, so I don't know what's involved with that, so I don't know what that's gonna do.
Who can do that?
There's AI systems
Oh,
that can do that.
AI programs. Never mind.
There's just, like 'cause so one of the podcasts I listen to is, Matt and Blonde Show, and they actually do a movie review every week.
Ugh,
So some
wow.
movies are, like, hour and a half, but some have been, like, 3 hours. And they do that every Sunday, they do that. But anyways,
Oh,
they use AI tools to replace, like, their faces onto some of the characters, and then they do one clip where it puts one of their faces onto one of the characters in the clip.
oh, that's cool.
So, there's tools out there,
Yeah.
I just need to find where they're at. And that way we could have part of Electric Callboy's music video starring Aaron Johnson.
Be fabulous.
Yeah, fabulous. I have a feeling that's not gonna be the case.
Fabulous.
Anywho, thank you for joining us on this
Yes.
one, and, next, we're gonna be talking about
I'm getting adopted. I've been adopted.
well, if you were in Rome, you could be adopted still. We'll talk about that in a little bit. See you next week.